Baghdad was ruled over by a wise and kind leader called a caliph. In the afternoons, the caliph liked to walk through the market. One day, he saw an old man selling a strange old box. "What is this box?" the caliph asked. "Ah," the old man said, "it's just a box I found on one of my journeys. I think it is very old, but I'm sure it isn't interesting to someone as great as you." The caliph liked very old and strange things, so he quickly bought the box from the old man. When he got back to his palace, he opened the box and saw a tiny paper roll inside the lid. He held the paper up to a candlelight and then saw a secret message. "Mubatoro is a word that is very strange. If you say it, you will be magic and change, and become whatever creature you wish. You will be able to talk to beasts, birds, and fish. But if you want to go home at the end of the day, then Mubatoro is again the word you must say." "I have always wanted to talk to animals," he said. "I must try this. Maybe it really is magic." "Mubatoro!" he shouted, and then by magic he felt himself slowly change into a stork. He left the palace and had a fantastic afternoon. He flew high into the sky and into the clouds. He danced with the other storks, and he listened to many animals talking. But as it got late, he felt very hungry. "Storks eat frogs," he thought to himself. "Ugh! I do not think I want to eat frogs. I think it's time to become myself again." And so he said the magic word to change back into a person. But nothing happened. "Mubatoro! Mubatoro! Mubatoro!" He tried and tried to say the word, but he was still a stork. "What have I done?" he screamed. "Now I am stuck as a stork." He flew back to the palace where everyone had been looking for him all day. But no one could see that the stork was him, and nobody knew what he was saying either. Not even his brother could see it was him. Now he was tired and hungry. The caliph flew back to the lake. He thought to himself, "Will I be able to eat a frog?" But then he heard crying coming from a tree close by. He looked up and saw an owl. "Why are you crying?" he asked the owl. "Because I'm stuck here and I will never be able to go home again," said the owl. "And you see, I'm not really an owl. I'm a princess. But an evil magician changed me into an owl, and the only way I can become myself again is if a fine and kind man agrees to marry me. But why am I telling you this? You're only a stork. You could not understand." "I must tell you, I'm not really a stork at all," said the caliph, and he told her how he had also been tricked by an evil magician. "Perhaps I can help you," said the owl after she heard his story. "But if I do, will you promise to marry me?" "If you help me get back to being a person again," said the caliph, "I will marry you 1,000 times. But he also said, only if the magic works on you." "Then follow me," said the owl. "Where are we going?" asked the caliph. "There can only be one man who did this to you, the same man who did this to me. That is Kashana, the evil magician." Then they flew to his house, and inside the evil magician was talking to a man. "That is the old man who sold me the magic box," whispered the caliph. "And wait, he's talking to my brother." They heard the evil magician say, "And now your brother has changed forever, changed into a monkey or something, and now you can be the caliph, the leader of Baghdad." "Good," said the wicked brother, "but how do you know he won't turn back into the caliph again?" "Because," said the evil magician, "to change back he would have to say the magic word backwards. And I did not tell him that." Now the caliph knew what to do, and they flew back to his palace. "I must say the magic word backwards," he said. "What was the word again?" "Mubatoro." "So, what's that backwards? Oro? Orota? Orota boom!" And suddenly he changed back to normal. All the people in the palace were so happy to see their caliph again. Then he decided that his wicked brother and the old magician should be taken by the guards and locked up in the darkest prison. Then the caliph spoke to the owl. "I have made a promise to you," he said, "so I will marry you to set you free." And all of a sudden, the owl changed into a beautiful woman. She was so happy that she was no longer stuck as an owl. And after that day, the Caliph and the princess lived a long and happy life. When he was an old man, the Caliph liked to tell many stories to his grandchildren. But the one they always wanted to hear was the story of the owl and the stork.